June 29th, 2023, Payson, Utah. Provo River the other day was really flowing. Looks like we got another storm upon us. I'm a free man? Yeah, taking care of my own self. Okay, so I'm going to have a great 4th of July weekend because I'm going to be reading. So, my iPhone, and I can't play nudes at the same time, but I was just cruising, blasting out Stranglehold, which is a great song. Light reading here, no, this guy's great. When Nina would have him on, the guy tried to buy his book. So I'm looking forward to diving into that. Yep. Somebody was saying, hold your head high. I was there, doggone it. I was there when Jim Caviezel gave his speech. It was fantastic. Unforgettable. And this girl said, have him sign your badge to Brent. I can't believe he called me Brent. Juanito, you called me Brent. Juan O'Savin. We're different individuals, very different, but at the same time, truth is truth. Or it's the Constitution, or believing in constitutional money. And the whole financial system, I think I'm gonna start dealing with it, teaching people, what the heck's been going on. I think what I'll do is I'll just go back to 1975, when I was in high school, 74. In fact, I found the 1974 World Book and talk about a 55-cent Big Mac, an 18% Parisian burger at Linda's at El Monte Road and El Camino. Limitless fries. Well, they didn't have limitless fries back then, but 18 cents for fries. So you get a serious meal for 70, 60, like 50 cents. So I'm going to talk about that in relation to gold and silver. And the moon shall turn to blood, volume 1. That's great stuff. Some people freaked out about that. People freak out about everything, but I'm tired of the people that freak out. I'm just going to do my thing. Look at this. This is so good. Answer to some puzzling questions. The Book of Mormon and Catastrophism. He goes into Velikovsky, how do you pronounce that? Which is, I know Juan's interested in that. I am too, big time. Correlating the heavens with biblical stuff and things that are going to happen now. I got to go into the Book of Revelation, explain 144,000, which hasn't happened yet. This should be very good. I go places where no man has gone before, or they've gone before and they can't talk about it because you get in trouble, including the full-on, end of your life trouble. Look at this book I found, Duncan's Ritual. Very interesting. I'm not going to go into detail, but it starts at the beginning. Very interesting book. Of course, this is also, who was the mortal father and mother of Cain? Why was Adam deceived? Did Adam have 3 wives? Holy cow. This is what's interesting. I was at a bookstore, a rare bookstore in Salt Lake City, and the owner saw me, and I was looking for stuff on original Mormonism, and he had a whole pack of the stuff by Francis Darter, he lived in Salt Lake City, but then Salem, Utah. And it was neatly wrapped, all his works, and he said, you can have them for $40. And I just what? So weird things have happened to me. So I have all the Francis Darter's works, but that looks pretty darn interesting. What is the significance of the original woman's veil? Well, that's going to be interesting to read. Marriage by Melvin, Joseph Smith, Brigham Young, and John Taylor. That should be interesting. And then, so I'm going to think of myself as a VIP, doggone it. In fact, every single child of God should think of themselves as a VIP, because justice is coming. It's just hardly anybody. I was talking with a good friend, and seriously, folks, I have one friend. Well, I've got a few friends, but they're kind of way out there. And this guy, I haven't met him, but he's not one of the super rich white hats, put it that way. Even though he's a very successful guy. Okay, I'm going to talk about him a little bit. But we don't have to argue. I can talk about the deepest of subjects, and he just is right there with me. There's this bozo that says he's the space commander, and he's going to keep peace on Earth by uniting the Democrats, and he was on Renegade Radio or some kind of weird thing last night. I think he calls himself King David. And people were taking this bozo seriously. And I can see why. He's talking about 95% truth, even through in the Book of Mormon. in true B'nai Earth fashion. We accept all religions. We're all one. Let us do the millennium. Anyway, the guy was, Chris saw it. I was worried Chris didn't see it. But there's poor women there like, so Jasara Nasara is not true? And the guy goes, no. And then he's got his equal partner, his supposed queen, with him. And she has access to the nuclear codes too. This guy, you can't make this guy up. It'd be good to listen to because he just like was like. So me and Chris are losing our. It's funny as hell to us, but the sad thing is people that take this stuff seriously, like people that take Phil Godlewski seriously. It's like they still haven't figured him out, and I'm like, I can't believe it. You know, sure he was interesting for me for about 6 weeks, and then you figure the guy out. And then I would put something out there, and next thing Phil would have it like the next day. Hey, Phil, you ever heard of original research? Answer for Phil, no. But we're trying to keep this Patriot movement together. But these people that, like Phil, I mean, give me a break. And this King David guy with his queen that wants to control the earth and save us. Anyway, if you want a good laugh, listen to that. I'm going to stick with this Juan saving guy as far as high-level intel and myself and God, and read some good books here. And this guy, Wayne Jett, man, maybe he's too controversial. Nino had him on. The guy would just kill it. And for instance, Real Raw News, he would endorse it. And I read Real Raw News. And Wayne Jett, I can't wait to dive into this. What a wonderful guy. And then I've got some stuff. Look at this, the winding up scene. The sequence of the last events leading up to and including the second coming of Jesus Christ. So everybody kind of look forward. Here's another one. This Lynn Bishop is a super scholar guy. And I bought probably every book he's ever published in duplicate at least. So, 7 minutes. Maybe I'll try to do some kind of 7 number here. Got to study Second Coming, Mel Gibson. I'm going to watch Mel Gibson clips, okay? Because Mel Gibson is, I just missed him in Vegas. I guess he was down there at a place. This beautiful girlfriend I was hanging, girl, not my girlfriend, friend. She said, hey, I just saw Mel. I guess I was at the same place. But Mel Gibson, I'm not the guy. He's inspired so many of us, like so many times, I can't even think of the scenes. But I understand movies now because that's what motivated me so much. Like when they killed Thomas, and that guy, I like to think of his name was Tavistock, but kills him and they just go into ballistic mode, right? He puts the guns by the trees. He goes, Lord, make me fast and accurate. Everybody, don't give up on the truth at all. Make us fast and accurate in helping people out. I did almost die. I had my near-death experience. I'm still very imperfect, and I can't keep my teeth in, and I don't have any benefits. So I'm thinking I'll just get a good tan and go to Mexico, because then I can get a phone and benefits and everything else. Anyway, to keep myself motivated this weekend, I'm going to listen to Mel Gibson. I'm going to watch a little clip, of the little boy at the grave, when the girl gives him the purple thistle. One of the best scenes of history movies. I'm going to watch that, and then there's other parts, like in the castle, I love. So you're skilled in the arts of war. Love it. Anyway, 10 years ago, I thought I should make a shout-out thing to Mel Gibson. Now he's like doing the ultimate thing. We got Jim Caviezel. We got July 4th. If there's anybody around here that wants to go to see the movie with me, I'm trying to find. I've got some actually military friends that I might see it with. They're really busy. But if anybody wants to see it, Manoftruth@mac.com. It's been my Apple address since, for 25 years. If you want to go see it, it's playing all over the place, including July 3rd. Okay, 9 minutes. Let's end it 9:11. No, we'll go 9:17 in honor of Juanito and the movement. Rock on!